Hey guys, Thomas Kuzma here. I am the Engagement Officer for Autism Spectrum Australia. I've been working with this lovely organization for 6 or 7 years now. It's been a wonderful relationship that we've had. Now, I know that with everything that's been going on, it would be really opportune to go and talk to the autism community and make a video like this for this COVID-19 pandemic. I tell you, when I look back at 2020 way down the line and I talk to my kids about it, I'll tell them it was something biblical. I mean, us Australians, we had to deal with bushfires in January, floods in February, and in March and April we've had COVID. And I thought it was bad enough with the spiders we had. I was talking to my students right before all this went down and students started learning from home. And through tears and through sobbing, one of my students said, "I just want to stop feeling afraid." And I know that whole situation was really stressful in that classroom and through all of aspect of itself. One of her classmates was having panic attacks daily due to the social media showing the fact that we've had shops going into violent times and people stockpiling in toilet paper. It really did feel like the end of days. So I thought I'd make this video to talk to you guys about what we can do to help calm ourselves down and help out those who are going through similar situations around us. We definitely live in uncertain times, and this ship we call humanity, it's kind of drifting on uncharted waters. So when it comes to COVID-19, is it okay to be anxious? Well, actually, yeah. It's a reasonable and realistic response to a global pandemic. And the only thing that we need to recognize through this is that even though it's okay to be anxious, we can't let it overwhelm us. So what can we do in order to make sure that we are okay with being anxious, but not going, toilet paper nuts? I wish I could paint a better picture for you guys, but sadly I can't. This is a global pandemic, and when it comes to these situations, we need to be realistic about the situation. But the thing is, what can we, as a people, do for those around us to make sure that this situation we're going through goes much, much smoother? To start us off, I thought it would be really good to talk about what the World Health Organization have put in their fact sheets. They've got a few that have helped me and can help you guys too. I've put them in links in the description below. Some of the items that they have said that I thought would be beneficial for you guys today are the following. So the first one is to plan out your days and to make sure that you all have something to do, something that you can do as a family. I mean, you all in this together. And you have to try and do something that resembles some more socialization. If it's not up for you to talk to your family, maybe try talking to your friends on things like Zoom, Discord, Instagram, Facebook. I don't think people use Messenger anymore. Well, at least Facebook Messenger, they use that. MSN, that's a whole thing back in the noughties. Now, when it comes to stress, it's important to go and make sure that you limit the amount of time that you spend on TV and social media talking about these things like COVID-19. I can understand that you want to be anxious, and we've said that, it's okay to be anxious, but you can't let it consume you. So it's important to make sure that you limit the amount of time that you spend focusing on this pandemic. Up next, and lastly, I thought it was important to reschedulize and make sure that what you are doing in the day fits a type of organization. I mean, you used to have an organization schedule in your day-to-day life before this all happened. You either went to school, you went to work, then you came home, and then you would do your homework and then do what comes next. But you can still do that in your day-to-day lives. Try and set out time for exercise. I know I still go out and play Pokemon Go. And do what it takes for you to have that time for you as well. I recently had an anxiety attack. It wasn't over COVID-19, but over the fact that I had too much on my plate. I found out that I needed to see my therapist again, and I found out through her that we as a people need to balance what is on our plates a lot more. That we tend to take in so much, and yet we don't spread out what we have been talking about. And so it's good to think about who we should talk to, and not just focus on those negative times as well, but think about the positive things that we can do. I know that with my dad, I used to go to him a lot, and my mum too, about all the annoying negative parts that were really having an effect on my mental health, and it was affecting them too. And so I found out there were some things that we could do to benefit our lives, like play Sudokus together and play a game of chess. I actually built up my relationship with my younger brother recently by playing Pokemon, and Lord knows I'll kick his butt one day. I thought I would wrap up this video by talking about something that happened to my family. Now, back in 1961, long before I was even in the picture, my babcia and my dziadek, I'll put the translations right here, they decided that even though they loved living in Poland, they didn't want to face another war. And so it took all their courage to uplift their lives, their family as well, which included my dad and his siblings, and move from this small village in Poland, I almost said Lithgow, and move to Australia. Now, I don't know about you guys, but something that I have learned through what I have seen online, on TV, and through the world is that courage is what makes us fantastic. And it is what this COVID-19's weakness truly is. Obviously, a vaccine is its weakness, but for us as humanity, that is our greatest strength against this situation, this pandemic. We as a people, now, I'm not talking about autistic people and neurotypical people, but as a neurodiverse community, we have faced a wide variety of stressful and life-changing situations, whether it is climate change, the world wars that we faced all those years ago, or the bushfires and different types of global and economic disasters. We have faced them through this major item that I've called before courage. So when it comes to your day-to-day life, it's important to recognize what you can do to make yourself more courageous and more tolerant of what is going on with the world today. Because, like Tigger says, it's not about how we fall, but how we bounce back from the world and the situations we live in. Anyway, I hope this has been fantastic for you guys as it has been for me. I hope you guys are dealing with this situation really well, and we'll see where we go to from here. So long.